Hi, it's Trevor from hypnosissecrettricks.com, and today we're going to talk about deep hypnosis. One of the things a lot of people do when they try to go into a deep hypnotic trance is they simply try too hard, and some of the time, basically when you try too hard, it just makes things even more and more difficult. So, in a nutshell, stop trying too hard, stop grasping for it, stop saying, I've got to go into this deep trance or whatever, and just go with the flow. And if it's going to happen today, it's going to happen today, and if it doesn't, well, chill out, it'll probably happen the next time. Which brings us, well, easily on to the next point, which is, literally relax and chill out. Just enjoy your hypnosis session, because actually the more you enjoy it, the more chance there is of you going deeper and deeper into trance. Give it a try next time, and just relax. Deep breaths. Even if the session doesn't tell you to take a few deep breaths, just do it right at the start, or even before you start the session. Just a nice long deep breath in, hold it for a second or two if you can, and then just slowly release, and do that 3, 4, 5 times, something like that, and you'll find that you'll automatically start to relax, and that will improve and enhance your hypnosis session. The next trick is something that takes a little bit more doing, and that's basically calming your mind. Everyone has chatter going on at the back of their mind pretty much most of the time. Okay, a Zen monk might not have, but real people in the real world pretty much do. And that can get in the way of going deep into hypnosis, especially if the chatter is really sort of getting really, really noisy. And it can sometimes, what are you listening to this for, and all sorts of other things, or just thinking about what's happening either in your household or in the world or anything else. So calming your mind, which is something that does take a bit of practice, and it might pay you to do a little bit more relaxation, something like that, because quite often if you can still your mind, you'll find that you will go deeper into hypnosis once you've done that, because you're not concentrating on all the lots of little bits of chatter. You can start by just telling all the chatter to basically shut up. Sometimes that works. Sometimes you have to work a little bit more at it. It's almost worth visualising a sort of fader like you do on a turning up or turning down the volume on your TV or your MP3 player, and if you can do that to your mind chatter and just fade it into the background, you're creating it. You can do this. It's actually quite fun to do. Try, just for a little bit of playfulness, just try shifting it around and then fading it louder and quieter to prove to yourself that you can do it, and then just quieten it down almost as though you're pressing the mute button on it. And you'll find, again, with less distraction, you'll be able to concentrate more on the hypnosis track and therefore go deeper. The next stage is to go deeper anyway. Now, quite often if you're on a hypnosis session, it will just say count you down from 10 down to 1, and the commentary will sort of say, and as you go down the steps, you go deeper and deeper into trance, which works, and it works very well. But what would happen if you decided, instead of just going a little bit deeper with each step, you went 10 times deeper or 20 times deeper or whatever you chose? You'll find, just by visualising going deeper and just bathing yourself in the hypnosis track, you'll find that it actually does work very, very nicely. And you give that a play as well, even if the track doesn't explicitly say go deeper into trance, or if it just says you'll go a bit deeper or whatever. Take it and play with it and just see how far you can go with each step. Because if you went 10 times deeper at each step, because it compounds, your next one was 10 times 10 and so on, and you'll just find that you're so enveloped in going deeper into trance and in the trance that the words will just drift past you, your conscious mind won't even notice, and the next thing you know is the track saying, and it's time to feel wide awake and better than you've ever felt and more refreshed and whatever. And you'll think, did I fall asleep or not? And if you get that kind of reaction, chances are you've gone really deep into trance. The other trick is just keep practicing, because quite often the first time you do something, you're not as good at it as the 10th or the 20th time you do it, because we're good once we start practicing. You didn't learn to walk, for instance, the first time you stood up on your own 2 legs. It might be too far back for you now to remember, but just watch a small child learning to walk, and you'll find that it takes them time and time again. And Going into deep hypnosis is a little bit the same. If you try and do it the first time, you might go a bit deeper than the previous time, and so on. But by the 10th or the 20th time, you'll find you're going almost instantly into deep trance. And that actually, on the practicing side, give yourself a little bit of a trigger or an anchor. So once you find yourself, if you've got it's this kind of contradiction now, but if you notice that you're in deep trance, maybe squeeze your thumb and one of your fingers together or something like that, so that you impress that feeling on your mind, and you can then do that and kind of instantly go back to that state. That's getting a bit deep in all sorts of ways, but if you can anchor it, do it. But if not, just go for it, keep practicing, and you'll probably find the more you do it, the deeper you go anyway. Which brings us to the end of this video, but if you want to find more about hypnosis and trance and all the nice nifty little things that you can do with hypnosis, go to my site, which is hypnosis-secret-tricks.com. You'll find a link probably to the side of this video. Click on that, it'll take you straight there, and then if you sign up for that, there's a little box you put your name and your email address in, and I'll give you a free report on all sorts of nice cool things you can do with hypnosis. So see you across there.